Hi everyone, welcome to Movieception Show. My name is Fariba, and earlier today we actually got the full trailer for the upcoming film Lilo and Stitch. That's the live action one I'm talking about, the one that we've been kind of getting a lot of teasers for. We've actually gotten the first design of Stitch, and now after so many months of just teasing this movie, we've now gotten the first look, which I'm very intrigued to see. Now, of course, this is a film that, hits close to me because I remember watching Lilo and Stitch when I was a kid. I mean, I'm talking like I was like 5 or 6 years old when I watched the movie plus the series, because there was also that Disney Channel series. And so for me, Lilo and Stitch has been a big part of my, childhood. And so when they had announced that they were doing a live action film, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I was a little hesitant about it, but I mean, who doesn't love that furry little alien creature? We love him. We love Stitch. I have a lot of friends who love Stitch, and funny enough, a lot of my friends, I mean, we're all like kind of in our 20s or like mid to late 20s, and we're actually very intrigued to see this movie. And now that we've actually gotten the first trailer, I'm very curious to see some of the other cast members, especially some of the other characters who play the aliens and how they kind of try to depict the realism of those. So yeah, I don't even want to wait any longer. So without further ado, let's get right down into the first trailer, the first official trailer for Lilo and Stitch.
We have apprehended a dangerous experiment.
Oh
Where is he?
So
He escaped.
He is trying to find the police cruisers.
He took the red one.
What hideous planet is caught in your crosshairs?
A shooting star! I wish for a friend. Like a best friend.
Oh yes.
The hell?
He's so cute and fluffy.
He is your responsibility. Got it.
We promise.
Yeah.
Oh, we got something to talk about
From
here.
there.
Look like an angel.
No. Control him. Hey, what are you doing?
Talk like an angel.
No. Dogs on the table.
You sure that's a dog?
Yeah.
Rough.
Ew. We are not keeping this thing.
Ohana means family. Family means nobody gets left behind.
Or forgotten.
Stitch bad.
Sometimes family isn't perfect. That doesn't mean they aren't good. That was close.
My
I don't
heart.
think you're supposed to drink that.
Agent Cobra Bubbles. We have a blue dog to catch.
Cobra.
No, wait.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
No. I'm gonna give you to the count of 3, Stitch. 1.
Oh my god, yes. Alright, that was the trailer for Lilo and Stitch. And I gotta say, that is oh my god, it's such a very cute, endearing trailer. It's been a while since I've actually even watched the original, and now just having seen the trailer right here, it just makes me want to go and watch the movie again. But I do recall a few certain scenes from that film, like of course one being the adoption scene. So that was like so cute. I don't think you could have made that scene any more accurate, especially just trying to like make it a little bit more towards like today's kind of environment. And so some really cute moments. I mean, of course the highlight of this trailer is without a doubt Stitch. I think that's the key thing here, which makes a lot of sense. He is like, I don't know if a lot of you guys are aware, like I go to Disney quite often, so one of the things I've noticed is that they have a lot of Stitch merchandise, and a lot of it is because he's a very, very popular character. And I'm not surprised that they really honed in on the fact that he is the main figure in the trailer. Like, we see so many specific aspects to it. I love the fact that they really call back to a lot of great things from the original movie. Like, for instance, they have the Elvis Presley music playing in the background of the trailer, and typically speaking, I don't really like those kinds of trailers where they like, you know, add in like these songs. Like, for me, like you know, the ones from like the 90s and 2000s, I don't like those, but this one really fits in so well because that's like one of the key elements about Lilo and Stitch is because of the fact that Lilo loves Elvis music, and a lot of that is connected to her parents. And, you know, we don't see their parents because at this point we assume that they have passed away. So lots of really great moments that we're seeing from the trailer. Lots of, like, they're all so cute. It shows how adorable Stitch is. And even though, like, a lot of people were a bit, you know, we're not very happy about the fact that they kind of desaturated his fur, I'm still at least happy that they got the texture right, because I think that's just something. Because, I mean, let's be honest, like, just the whole idea of just trying to recreate Stitch into like a live action depiction, it was already going to be a very challenging task. So I think what they were able to offer in terms of like the first previews and the first looks, I think they were able to get what they can to make him look as realistic as possible. I think it actually turned out to be very well at the end of it, and it works very well for what's happening, especially when you look at like the live action pieces in the series, in the trailer. And yeah, I think so far it looks great. I'm looking forward to seeing this movie. It just brings back a lot of my childhood, and just watching that trailer was just like kind of bringing back a lot of those childhood memories. So lots of great moments. It's very pretty clean cut that a lot of the scenes are coming directly from the movie too, like the whole beginning where he's in that ship where he's been captured and he escapes. That's all from beginning of the movie. So it looks as though that they are capturing a lot of the similarities, some of the big moments from the original movies. I do wonder if there's going to be any key things that they're going to change from the original movie into live action. So that's something I'm going to be keeping an eye on. We got to see Cobra. I think that is Courtney B. Vance who's playing Cobra. I know there's a lot of people who had wanted Ving Rhames to play King Cobra because he's just like the direct replication of like that character. But I ended up being Courtney B. Vance, which I'm actually not too upset about because he's an Emmy-winning actor and he looks to be fitting into the role, so I'm perfectly fine with that. I can't remember the other two aliens, the two alien hunters who are trying to look for Stitch. That was a very interesting thing. I can't recall if they've ever done a whole shape-shifting thing with those two aliens. Like I'm talking about the very end where we got to see Billy, I believe his name is Billy Magnuson, who plays one of the two aliens who are hunting down Stitch. I don't ever recall if there ever was a case where they had like a shape-shifting device that would allow them to look human. So that could be already one of the changes there. I have not seen the movie in like a long time, so I could be wrong. Like, from what I recall, like from the original movies, like they would disguise themselves as humans, so they'll like wear wigs and wear human clothing. I don't ever remember them having like a human form of them. So I think that might already be a key change right there. So I might have to look that up. Again, I have to probably do a whole rewatch, but from what I recall, I don't ever remember them being human forms. So the fact that we actually see human forms of Billy Magnuson, I don't know who the other actor is. I wasn't able to catch it, but that was, I believe, one of the key changes so far. So that was a big surprise right there. Again, some pretty, good visuals, although I would imagine they're still going to be improving a lot of that during post up until the movie's release. I think the movie's coming out in May, so there's a little bit more time left. The one thing that kind of did irk me a little bit was the Nani casting, because I know that's like a whole big talk when it comes to this film. Like, if there's one thing that's become quite controversial, has been the casting of Nani. I completely don't have too much of an issue. I know for a fact that the actual actor who got cast as Nani, I know that she is Hawaiian, so I understand why they cast her for the film. So she has that Hawaiian heritage. What did kind of irk me a little bit is that it does seem as though they may have brown-faced her in this movie just so she would look more like Nani, which it's like, that makes me a little bit more conflicted now, because it's like that makes me a little bit more I wouldn't say annoyed, but that makes me a little bit more like divisive about my opinions about this, just because you could have just stuck with her original skin tone and just dealt with that. Like, you already casted her. I mean, there's already a whole situation about the fact that you've just casted someone like with this, blah blah blah, but now it's like, oh, now you're going to brown face her. It's just like, that's the one thing I'm kind of a little I want to sound uncomfortable. I'm like, it definitely kind of got my like strong reaction. I'm like, oh, they use makeup to darken her skin. Okay, I did not expect that. It was very unexpected. I probably need to kind of like think more about this, because that just like, it makes me very divided about whether or not, like, you know, it was necessary to do the whole brown face. I mean, I get that would make her a little bit more accurate to the character, but then it's like when you look at the ethics of it, it's like that doesn't sound right. So maybe I might be taking it too deep on that whole trail right there. Maybe I might be wrong, but I mean, that's just my opinion right there. As for the actual casting of Lilo, I feel like that's so spot on. I think she really captures just the youthfulness, just the excitement, just the fact that she's very timid, who needs a friend. Like, I feel like the actor who got casted as Lilo is absolutely perfection. She is perfect as Lilo. I don't think you could have gotten anyone else better to play that role than Lilo. I think she does such an excellent job of really replicating just the energy of who Lilo is, because she is also really rebellious too, from what I remember from the original movie. So it's just like her having that energy with Stitch, and just, I mean, I gotta give her props too, because I know from when I was looking at some of the behind the scenes filming sets, like the images and photos that were kind of leaking, that they had to kind of like use like a stand-in, like one of those like sticks or whatever, to kind of give at least the actors some kind of object to kind of talk to. And just for a kid like that to try and act out like a ball or something, like I have to say, you gotta give props, because it worked out so well. Like, you don't even realize that there's like that she's talking to like a ball. So really great moments, really great scenes. I think so far the trailer looks really promising. I know we're about 2 months away from the movie's release, so it's just like, I know a lot of people are gonna be like, why did they wait so long? But I think this is a pretty perfect move, because like you would rather have the trailer drop as close to the movie's release as possible, so people are actually aware of the fact that the movie is coming out. And I think so far from what we've seen from the trailers, I think they did a really good job of executing it, showcasing Stitch, Lilo, the other characters, and really honing on the fact that, you know, that Stitch is the main star, right? He is the main star. And there's some really amazing moments there. I feel like it's like it really embodies the great parts of the original movie very well. So having now seen that, I'm now excited and very happy to, you know, I'm looking forward to seeing Lilo and Stitch when it comes out, I believe sometime in May. But yeah, that's all I have to say about the Lilo and Stitch trailer right here. Let me know your thoughts, having now just heard my opinions about it. What do you think? What are your thoughts about just the whole depiction visuals of Stitch here? Do you like it now more that now that you've actually seen the trailers? I know we've been getting a little bit more of those teases, but do you prefer it now? Like, are you finally getting used to it, or do you still feel like it could have been improved? What are your thoughts about Lilo, the actor who's playing Lilo? Do you love her? Do you think there could have been better casting, or do you think she's the perfect Lilo? I feel like she has perfectly embodied the character, but maybe you have different thoughts. Let me know your thoughts about the whole Nani situation, because I know that's been a big talk about the whole film, and that's been one of the more controversial bits about it. I personally I feel like they should have just stuck with the actor and with her natural skin tone, but that's just me. Like, I have my own like kind of boundaries about those, but maybe you think that that's maybe the best case, so that it actually does, you know, replicate. It actually is a little bit more of a an accurate portrayal of Nani. Maybe that's where you side on that. What do you think about just what we've seen so far in terms of visuals and the fact that they are basically recreating a lot of big key moments? What about the fact that we do kind of see one change with regards to the two hunters? Like, what do you think about the fact they actually are using shape-shifting devices to actually disguise themselves as humans rather than just wearing disguises? Because that seems to be a deviation from the actual movie. And let me know any other thoughts, opinions that you may have that maybe I perhaps have missed. Let me know your thoughts below. Make sure to like and subscribe.